a depressing. I'm no one. I'm alone.
I've started training to Manchester, mate.
Have you?
Yeah, I've just stopped
Transfer night?
driving. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that drive. I hate it. I love Manchester. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's the only other place I'd be comfortable living,
Yeah.
apart from Sheffield.
For me, it was one of those as well. It was the people that were there. I lived in Leeds for a bit. It wasn't a vibe. Manchester, I got there. First day I got there, my mate had me around his house, made me jerk chicken. Unbelievable. I just felt, I was like, I'm at home now.
Yeah,
I've got people here. I've got like nice.
You're from
nice
here
people.
originally then?
Lived in Lincolnshire, moved to Sheffield for uni, lived here for 7 or 8 years, and then moved over to Leeds, then moved over to Manchester. It does, mum. It's not a go yet. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm here multiple times a week. All my friends are here, and such a key city for me, really.
Yeah, man.
It's home,
Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, man.
But driving over tonight, one saving grace, that moon, have you seen it?
Yes.
Stunner.
It's full tonight, innit?
It's a stunner.
I think, I can't wait.
My missus will be charging her crystals.
Yo, trust me, I will be.
Yeah.
I'll leave them on my back room, man,
So
my back window.
It's not a euphemism either. She will be. She'll be charging them crystals. They'll be all out on the windowsill when I get home.
I feel it.
But we need it at the minute.
Yeah,
you got to have it at the minute. Everything else is out of control.
Energy
isn't
is
it?
crazy right now in the world.
Yeah, man. Driving over today, I listened to. I'm going to try and get this title right. 2095 Posthuman.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
Never has that sounded more poignant than today.
Yeah, man.
And you penned that 8 years ago?
Yeah, I think
7 years ago?
2017, 2018, yeah.
Crazy, innit?
And I've had that idea for years, like
Yeah.
many, many years. The concept was a little different, actually. Like the concept was I wanted to initially remix. I love 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
But I know it can be a bit of a time capsule for people. So I just wanted to I wanted to do a project where I took all them instrumentals,
Yeah.
chopped them up, remixed them, and just rapped.
Yeah.
And then as things progressed and life started happening and things started changing, it was like, now I need to talk about a few things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the type of writer I am as well. I'm not... I find it hard to rap, hip hop, grime,
Yeah.
all kind of started steering a certain way in its lyrical content.
Yeah.
And that's not me.
What sort of point did you notice that happening?
What
The steer? Was it like early doors? Because one thing I've really enjoyed about reading interviews and stuff with you and recapping on that today is how sort of dedicated you've been to the hip hop world.
Yeah.
You've never strayed. That you're like, I'm a hip hop artist.
Yeah, it didn't feel it didn't feel authentic. I had a little moment with grime where I was like, I need to be doing grime. I need to be doing grime. Everybody's doing grime. But then they were like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I love listening to it. I love the energy of it. And I think, and I'm not shitting on grime, but I think grime for a long time was quite limited. They were like these rules.
Yeah.
What they had. I'd hear people saying like, 8/16s multis, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What? Can't we just bar?
Yeah.
Can't we just spit lyrics? A couple metaphors here or some real meaningful content, but
it had its like strict format, right?
Yeah. And obviously the music's faster. So the line for writing is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And I need more room.
Well, the shit you say, I think, is more important.
I need more room. That's nice to hear, man.
Yeah. Well, 17 likes on the way over here got me in a bit of a chokehold. I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah,
lyricism. You're an old school MC, if you don't mind me saying, in terms of the picture that you paint.
Yeah.
It's a full picture.
Yes.
And it's a story. It's really neatly penned. But it's also just so descriptive. You feel like you're watching something.
Yeah, man.
When you're listening to your lyrics, I think.
Yeah, man. Nice, Jimmy.
If that's acceptable to say, anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Whilst we're in the room,
it's nice to It's nice to get feedback and also to be removed from it time-wise.
Yeah.
So I am removed from it. And I think I listened to it last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God, it's actually quite good.
Yeah. It stood up to your own expectations a bit kind of thing. Yeah,
and
yeah,
obviously, because of what's happening now,
yeah.
it was like, oh, nice.
You knew it.
Ahead.
You saw it all happening. That seems to be like a kind of common theme with you just generally as a person. You seem quite connected to the world.
Yes. Yeah, I
That's
think
fair to say.
yeah. I think I have to put that down to my mother as well.
Yeah.
We had a very I want to say, obviously we're very close, but it was very educational. I'm like my mum's firstborn,
Right.
and she had me like 17 going into 18. So, and she's told me this. She always thought she was very aware, like, oh my gosh, I've got a boy,
Yeah.
and he's gonna grow quick, and he's gonna be around all this stuff, and there's gonna be all these things that can grab him and trap him. I'll tell you a story. Once when I was younger, she was like, we drove down Upperthorpe, and Upperthorpe in the 90s was like, you had all like the rastas, the real bad man.
Yeah.
And she said to me, she said, Marcus, she said, look at that pub there, just look at all them guys there. And she said, watch over the years, they'll just disappear one by one. One by one, you'll just see the crowd get smaller and smaller. And as they get smaller, they'll look more out of place. And they did.
Wow.
I just saw them over the years. I'd be like, damn.
It's a wise
another one
woman.
gone. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. And I think my mum was like, not making it up as she went along, but she kind of was.
Yeah.
She was seeing these things and being able to deliver it to me in a way I could comprehend it easily as a child. And she was doing that all the time.
Yeah.
I got and I get a lot of one-on-one time with my mum.
That's lovely.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, she's my savior for sure. 100%. Like, the blueprint she gave me to view the world is magnificent. And I'm hoping that I will pass that same blueprint to my daughter. She just made me aware of things.
Yeah.
And being like a and I mean, not just like dangers. Like, she made me aware of my position in the world.
Yeah.
That this is going to happen to you, Marcus.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be hard. Racially, being a man, being a mixed race man, being a son of a single parent, being the firstborn to two other siblings. She was like, all these things are gonna be are gonna create a model of a person that it has to navigate this world a certain way.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're going to be viewed like this, and this all your life. All your life. And at the time, you're hearing it and you're taking it in. And it's not until you get older and you realize, like, oh, damn, yeah. My mom was right. When I go to a supermarket, that security guard is still going to suspect me, still going to follow me around. And it's going to be like that until I'm old and I'm not a threat. And allowing me to see that and understand that keeps me out of trouble, stops me from reacting, stops me from getting angry.
I supported you kind of through that realization.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough realization to have as a kid.
Oh, yeah. I think I clicked on really young that I knew when she was giving me a message. I think I really understood, like, oh, this is one of them moments.
Yeah.
She's telling me something, and it never stops. I think when you're a parent, now I'm a parent, I think once that turns on, and you're kind of like, all right, I'm educating. And my mom's a teacher by trade.
Yeah.
So she became a teacher when I was, I think I was just starting secondary school. So there was another level of education from her.
Yeah.
But the same way she was with me is how she is with her students. Do you know what I mean? Like, she treat them that way. Okay, I'm a teacher maths, I'm a teacher English, but I'm a teacher life, and that's how she teaches.
That's the most important, and like, they're the teachers you remember as well.
Oh, they remember her.
Yeah, of course.
Miss Smith, they holler her. I can walk through town, big Portercroft, Ecclesall Road, big Somalian community.
Yeah.
If I walk through Broomall or Shara, they'd be like, yo, Miss Smith's son, not Marcus, not Matic, Miss Smith's son. Tell your mum I said all right. And I'd be like, what's your name? And they'll say, I don't know, Mohammed. And I'd be like, no, you got to be specific.
Because she's going to remember.
Yeah, give me your first name, give me your surname, and I'll pass it on. And she'll be like, yeah. And she'll tell me a story about that child. And I'm like, damn.
She remembers them all.
Oh, yeah. Not, like every single one. And they're now of an age where they're adults. So they're working in bars. She got free drinks a few months ago. Yeah, because it was just somebody who she used to teach. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of perks.
That's such a big vibe, isn't it?
It's cool, yeah.
And you think that you get that as well for kind of being
yeah.
like a local muso guy and like, you know, but actually it's your mum that's getting it.
Yeah,
She knows.
no, she's a legend. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, you should be.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Really
it sounds
proud.
like she's wonderful. One thing you said in a previous interview from a few years back, you said that your mum used to take out everybody from the local community.
Yeah, man.
She was like trusted. She'd just take everyone and you'd go on adventures and she'd get in a van, a Volkswagen.
Yeah, my uncle used to have like a, what do you call them? The big one, the big van with the sliding door on the side.
Yeah.
She just pile us in the back. And she was always willing. Like, when I think about it now, it was like no other parent ever came outside. My mum's playing rounders with us.
Yeah.
She's taking us for walks. But she was just like...
She knew how important that was.
Yeah.
And what it's given you, I guess, in your view of the world, how you see things, how you notice stuff before it's even like properly badly happening kind of thing. With, like we were saying before, with your kind of, not premonitions, but you were writing stuff as it was and as it would become more important 8 years before you think, because you're aware of it, because your mum's been there, I suppose, and given you that kind of blueprint in a way.
My mum's a legend.
Yeah, big up your mum.
Big up my mum. Big up Teresa. Yeah.
Big up Teresa. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she's got a good place in the world.
Definitely, man. Tell me about the Hill.
The Hill?
Yeah.
Damn. The youth club.
Yeah. I'm interested about that.
So I think this was like my other parent. Like, when I see them youth workers, I hail them.
Yeah.
I cross the road. I make sure I go and speak to them and say, you know, it's me. It's, you know, and they remember me, obviously, because I was a little, I weren't bad. I was just brave. And I suppose a little ballsy, but I wasn't rude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had respect. I think that, going back to our conversation before we podded, the difference between street kids then and street kids now. I might be mischievous, but I'm not going to disrespect old Mrs. Lady who lives down the road. But the Hill Youth Club, this was a place where it was safe there. And it was only across the road from my house, but it was safety for me.
Yeah.
And it was, I could trust them people in there. And they genuinely, you know, when you're an inner city kid, you know who cares. You know who cares for you. And it's because of them. Again, another place where just having somebody who cares can do a whole lot for you. I think it can really, it can give you this internal dialogue that you have, whereas you start to value yourself. And people telling you that, you know, you can do this. Yeah. Funnily enough, they used to teach. They had a music studio there. They had like all the computers, microphone booth, all the top gear, but I weren't interested yet.
Okay.
And I kicked myself because I was like, But it's where I learned a lot of things and did a lot of things the first time. Table tennis.
Yeah.
I would play basketball. I just weren't good at it. But I would play football. I learned pool there. I learned to make a beat, but I was just like, I'm not.
It wasn't the right time for that.
No, it wasn't
in your life.
But it's also where I learned to play the drums basically there. Just a basic beat.
Nice.
Used to smash them. Bang, bang, boom, tsh, tsh. And the youth worker come in, Vernon Collymore. You remember these people. So he says to me, Marcus, I bet you can't do this. Got me with reverse psychology. He said, I bet you can't use your right hand and hit this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he said, but then hit this, the kick drum on a one, and then hit the snare on a free. He's not even saying these words. He's just saying, hit this on a free, kick this on a one. So that was it. Once he gave me that challenge, I was like locked in.
Yeah.
And I learnt drums there, just like that basic drum pattern, which obviously evolved a little bit. And I saw him actually at my last gig. The last gig I did at Tramlines, and I saw him in the crowd, and I run off stage after. And I came and I found him, and I said, you're one of the seeds for like my music thing. I said, you taught me the drums, but he didn't remember.
He didn't?
No, he didn't.
But did he come to see you because it was you on, or was he just there?
No, I think he
general?
saw me and then tuned in. I don't think he
Right.
knew I was playing. I don't think he even knew I did music.
Yeah.
But he saw me and he watched, and I saw him as well.
What a beautiful, like, full journey for both of you.
Yeah.
And that must have been
Yeah,
as well, because him not even being aware, maybe,
yeah,
but then seeing how much that's impacted someone else's life.
yeah.
Like these kind of things, the community things, you kind of not missing these days, but they're not quite the same, right?
No, not the same at all. I think it's there are youth clubs about, but the culture of going to a youth club, I think that's.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists. It's not. We went to the youth club. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Monday, Thursday, Friday for the older kids. That's what we did. I see you at the youth fair.
Yeah.
See you at the youth fair. That's where, if I went out before mobile phones, that's where my friends were.
Yeah. You knew they were going to be there. You knew somebody there.
I don't know if it's a bit uncool to go to a youth club nowadays, or whether kids just aren't. If it's just not engaging enough there, or it's hard to engage kids these days.
I'm reading this book at the minute, which is quite depressing, but also kind of important. It's called The Anxious Generation. Have you heard of that one?
No.
And it's about, Andy's nodding in the corner. It's basically about how, like, post 2009, when smartphones became kind of widely available, everyone's mental health has gone down the bin.
Right.
And how deeply it's sort of affecting kids. And it was something they did a survey, or they've done lots of like things where they've grabbed data from various sources, and you would say that maybe the person that's written the book has an agenda or whatever, but also the stats don't really lie. It's kind of things like, how many times have you socialized with your friends in real life? And it would go back to 1993, and it would be like, I'd see my real friends, my best friends, probably every day or whatever. You'd see them on the walk to school or whatever. And then today it's something like 45% less people are seeing their friends on like a daily basis or a weekly basis and stuff like that. So it's just the way that I guess kids communicate now is completely different, because everyone's in a WhatsApp chat or everyone's online all the time.
Yeah.
So they feel like they don't have to communicate kind of directly. But I think things like youth clubs, like The Hill, those places were important because they taught you how to read body language. They taught you how to like joke.
Yeah.
Probably taught you some rude jokes. All that kind of thing. You know, you learn language at those places. You learn different people's like identities and that kind of thing there. And I guess that's kind of being lost in a modern world.
There's also the behavioural aspects of it. Like, we had to behave.
Yeah.
If we wanted to be there, we had to behave. Like, we got bored if you did things.
Yeah.
Which is, when I think about it now, it seems wild, but no, it was the best thing ever. Bars.
Yeah.
There were nothing worse than having to sit outside on them white railings
and
watch everybody else going inside, and it was just like, and I didn't get bored much. Every now and then, like once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
But you got bored, and you know, action consequence.
Yeah.
Which I think is another thing which is kind of missing nowadays.
Yeah.
Kids don't understand. Well, everything they've got is here. Everything they want is right here.
The world is in the palm of your hand. It's crazy.
Yeah,
isn't it?
man. So, but yeah, the Hill Youth Club and all the youth workers in it, Jasper, Michelle, Mark, Vernon. Is anyone else I'm missing? There'll be a couple.
I'm
Natasha.
Yeah.
But no, these people were very important to me. Like, and they always will be, because I know they cared for me.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I work with children, and I know the care I have for them, and that is important, man.
Yeah.
It really is important, and I hope I hope there is a change in the culture of youth clubs. I hope we do get back. I do hope that becomes like a full circle thing. I am starting to see children play out more.
I think our generation, because we grew up in the you were sort of mid 80s, right? 84,
Yeah, 82, yeah.
82. Sorry, 82. I'm 88, but because of our childhood, the way that we grew up, I think that we'll want our kids to probably echo our childhood in some ways.
Definitely.
So I think that there will be efforts on our part, hopefully, to bring some of that stuff back that is important, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully, anyway.
No, I think you're right, actually. I never thought of it like that, but yeah. I feel like I don't mean to shit on anyone, but I feel like we've just had a crazy generation of, with teenage parents.
Yeah.
And just a generation that kind of got I don't want to say not raised right, but they're missing some key things.
Yeah.
Key things that can really save your life.
Yeah, man.
I don't mean like from life or death. I just mean like just put you on a path or give you the tools to navigate this world, because this is a crazy and it's hard for kids right now.
Dude, yeah.
Like I have a bit of sympathy for them. Like you've got a hard world.
Yeah.
You've got a hard world to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody's going to need some kind of level of escapism and stuff. But even in your tune, that 17 Likes song, that's more relevant now, I think, than maybe even when you wrote it. It's so poignant. Just everyone to go and check it out. You can search it on all streaming things. Matic Mouth, 17 Likes. Just listen to the lyrics of it. It's so bang on.
A lot of people cry when they listen to that, I get told.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful from an artist's point of view.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole reason for writing sometimes, to actually evoke some sort of emotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm proud of that body of work, so I really appreciate your words.
It's great, man. Speaking of sort of hip hop, what was the first tune that you heard, the first hip hop tune that you heard that made you kind of sit up and go, what's this? And we were like, drink it in.
Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style album, a cassette tape that was borrowed to me by Jonathan Andrews, who lived 7, 8, 9 houses down.
Unbelievable.
And I never gave it him back. I was like obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed. And that was like
every
a big
word. Oh,
mate, it was a big turning point for me. I was listening to like I think I was trying to find my I love music, but I think I was trying to find my own thing. So I'm listening to Jungle. I am that's out at the same time. I'm hearing Sweet Love, and I'm hearing all this music with breaks in.
Yeah. And
little bits of lyrics here and there. And you got like that 90s reggae Aswad and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's elements of all these songs that I like, but then I got Snoop's tape.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, this is God's honest truth. I sat in front of my stereo, and I just could not stop looking at the inlay. Yeah. And it was a bit of a naughty story, like Snoop. And obviously I'm reading the words bitches and endo and G's and hustlers. And these are kind of new words, but I know what they are.
Yeah.
And Snoop's voice,
the
way he's flowing on it.
Yeah.
The way he's rapping. And of course,
at the height of his powers, right? I'd say. Gotta be.
Just the way he was rapping was like amazing to me.
Yeah.
And I knew I was falling in love with the lyricism and the rapping. Mm-hmm. I knew I were. And obviously the music was great, but I didn't understand how great Dre until I got older.
Yeah.
But I would obsess over that album, and I played it over and over and over again. Obviously cassettes.
Yeah.
You put it in, you press play.
Yeah.
There's no skipping.
Yeah.
There's no put track 7 on first.
Yeah.
And I think also that's what that cassette tape shaped how I listen to music. Because I'm an album guy. I want track 1 to track whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want track 4, track 7, track 9. I want that journey that they created.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
That's
that was That was the first hip hop, real hip hop. My mum bought me Morris Minor and the Majors.
Right.
Remember that? They were like a British.
Don't think I do,
They were
man.
like a British parody of Beastie Boys. They weren't serious, but again, their song was the stutter rap.
Yeah.
When you go away, you Google it.
I'll
you'll
check
see
it
what I
out.
mean.
Yeah.
But I come to learn in my older years they were a rip off of Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
who were obviously massive at the time, late
Yeah.
80s. And I saw the song on TV and I said, Mum, I want that. And my uncle and auntie bought it, man. Now I didn't know that it was rap.
Yeah.
I
Or
didn't
it was a
know that-
parody or
yeah, I
a parody
didn't
of
know.
something. Yeah.
But they were rapping.
Yeah.
So it did something. It turned something in me, but it was Snoop.
Yeah.
That's when I started to hear the words like hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
And then, and then
You're
I
all
heard,
good, man, don't worry.
and then I heard, I was walking past HMV. This is when it really changed. I was walking past HMV and I saw Wu-Tang's Protect Your Neck single.
Oh my
on
God.
vinyl. Oh.
Wow.
And it was just that book with the sword. I was
Yeah.
like, what's this? And I bought it and I took it home and I put it on and it,
Wu-Tang Clan coming at you.
yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
I was like, oh my shit, what is this?
Yeah, man.
And you know when I heard meth,
Yeah.
it was over. I heard dirty, I heard meth, it was over. It was over. I was a Wu-Tang baby. That's like I have a Wu-Tang tattoo. Like I'm a Wu-Tang baby.
Wow.
And hearing it was Protect Your Neck on one side and it was Method Man, METHOD on the other side.
Oh my God.
And Meth again, a flower.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing this guy who's at the time I'm thinking that's better than Snoop.
Yeah.
Because now I
get
can
what you mean.
distinguish. This music's a little different to that music.
Yeah.
West Coast, East Coast.
Yeah. It's harder, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Snoop's all party. Yeah.
And it sounded. Over time, I come to realize, like with hindsight, I come to realize like it sounded like how I felt. You know, my teenage years, you're getting a little bit more testosterone. You're getting a little bit more more attitude. I'm out with the boys.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a bit braver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out on the street. I wasn't really doing anything criminally nefarious. We were just like little shits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my little crew, we were like, we got bag of water bombs from off Masonettes. You know what I mean? We weren't selling drugs.
We used to rob Argos catalogues. Well, say rob them. They were free. You take them, throw them off a bridge. That's good fun, isn't it?
Boom!
Yeah. Feels good. Make some noise.
Just censor it.
Piss some people off.
Mate,
Yeah.
good shit. So
I
yeah,
get that.
Wu-Tang, once I heard Wu-Tang, it was over. It was over. I still didn't want to rap.
Yeah.
I remember I think I was like writing lyrics in the back of my school books by then no. And then I you know, you start figuring out like, oh wait, Method Man's got an album. And I'm like a year late.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. ODB's got an album.
Yeah.
And I'm like a year late. Oh my God, Raekwon's got an album. I'm a year late. Jizz has got an album. I'm a year late. But then when Ghostface dropped Iron Man, I was like, that's out this week. And I'd kind of
you caught up.
You grow, don't you, with your knowledge? And then I
Yeah.
heard Bigger. I got Biggie Smalls' Ready to Die album, and
My
the
God.
hairs
Yeah.
used to started standing up on my arms, and I'd never had that feeling before. And that was the moment I wanted to rap. I wanted to do that to other people.
Yeah.
I wanted that effect.
You wanted to feel the way Biggie made you feel.
Oh man, hell yeah!
Yeah.
And Biggie was good, and then you come to find
he
out
was
he didn't
so
write. He was just flowing in a completely different way, and I still think, like, obviously, I'm a
Idaho
Wu-Tang baby.
Potato is still, oh my God, so good.
He was
skips
funny
like
as
that.
well. He was really, really funny. Like what his raps were incredible, and I had the tape of it for a while. I had the Biggie Smalls. I had two older friends, Sean Bungle. They were mad hip hop heads, always telling me, Marcus, you should write lyrics. You should write lyrics. And I'm thinking, there's no UK rappers. I'm not doing that. It's stupid. And they say, no, you should rap. You should rap, Marcus.
Yeah.
They're telling me this maybe from
When's what sort of? So is this around 94, 95?
Yeah, and I'm about 13, 14.
Yeah.
And they're telling me for like 2-3 years. And it weren't until I left school and I got to college and I was like, all right, I might write a little bit.
Yeah.
And I used to only rap in front of one kid, Bungle. I would only rap in front of him. And he was like, yo, you're proper good. How could you be this good with no practice?
Because you sat there and listened to
I was like,
Snoop in front of your stereos.
Yes.
You studied the greats. You've got
I just understood.
Raekwon, you've got.
I understood how to do it.
Yeah.
I just never did it. But yeah, then once I started to get a bit like, oh wait, you mean there's rappers in London?
Yeah.
Once I started to hear,
So who are the first sort of UK hip hop acts that you're hearing? If you can remember.
back then, I think I would have heard Rodney P.
Oh,
I would have heard.
Ledge.
I don't know when Skinny Man's album came out. The classic. Sorry, names.
Oh, sorry, Andy.
Lost
Do you know
me.
this one?
You mean Council Estate?
Yeah, Council State of Mind. Kalashnikov, and I've been in a little bit now. I've been writing for a few years, but I started to just hear little bits of rappers. What were they called out in Nottingham? Out the Ville, Scorsese.
Yeah, they used to do stuff at
Yo,
the bottom.
Scorsese's no joke, you know.
Yo, he's a beast.
Yeah,
but before his time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Too early.
if he was out now, we'd be killing him.
Yeah.
I think he quit before the rest of them, but yeah, Out the Ville was and then I started to find Ramson, Bad Bones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kalashnikov had me in a chokehold.
And when you're writing in these early days, are your lyrics obviously not quite like what you've written now as you've grown older, but your style, are you kind of East Coast style, but with a Sheffield accent, or are you Americaning it up, or?
I think it was hard. At the beginning, it took me a minute to find out how to rap like me.
Yeah.
How to just rap in a northern accent.
Yeah.
And I was probably saying words a certain way. I wouldn't say American because I was dead against. I always understood the like originality thing about hip hop. And I got Wu-Tang telling me like, you don't bite. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I won't bite.
Yeah.
So, but eventually I started to find this groove quite early on, I think, of being able to use my own accent and it be all right. They're rapping in a Nottingham accent and they're rapping in a London accent.
Yeah.
And I'm being original, but it's all just braggadocious battle bars.
Yeah.
Just, I'm better than you. I'm trying to think of some crazy out of this world metaphor. And then it just started simmering. Like after a while, it was like, nah, you know what? Relax. Don't try and as a creative, you start to find how to be creative. You know, I'd sit there at the table, tapping the pen, trying to find these lyrics, and then you realize that, like, nah, it just comes when it comes.
Do you hear beats and go, like, I can write to that one? Because just speaking from my own experience, I have to feel something. The music has to grip me for me to want to write anything over the top of it.
Okay, so
or can you just write and then make stuff work to beats?
I think if I'm played a beat, I can write something to that beat. But I think as I've gotten older, I've realized I don't have to write to everything, and I should be specific.
Yeah.
So I can just write. I mean, I can write to like a song what's got words on. It doesn't have to be an instrumental. If I'm listening to a track or an album and there's a track what comes on, and I start feeling it, like the words don't put me off. I can just be like, right, this is the mood. Whatever this is, whatever emotion this is poking, I can just kind of go with it. But I've been I had this long era of doing like boom bap. It has to be these hard drums with this sick sample, and then it was like, nah, it doesn't have to be that, Marcus.
Yeah.
You can chill out and you can You know, it can be a nice mellow song. I think if I said, am I East Coast, West Coast, I would say East because it was always musically like that. And the content seemed to be a little bit more like that. Whereas the West, well, what I was exposed to was a lot more like, and I hate calling it, but it was, you know, gangster rap.
Yeah.
Or they're more like, you know, pimps and hoes kind of thing. And it's like, well, that's not me.
Well, that's kind of like, I guess the most well-known kind of West Coast stuff of the time was Death Row.
Yeah.
Right, and that is all kind of gangster rap because it's Suge Knight and co.
Which is great in an entertainment listener sense.
As a story kind of thing, yeah, for sure. Some of the most unreal storytelling in those songs, despite the content, it's great. It is, yeah.
I mean, Dre's an absolute beast. He's a genius, and I think hearing
defined the generation and era.
Oh yeah,
the sound. Yeah,
hearing what he was doing back then was unbelievable. I just feel like, and I didn't know it at the time. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you get older and you start to hear, actually, there's hip hop here. In fact, the West is not just one place. It's like all these meshes. I start hearing Too Short, which is a little different to Snoop.
Yeah,
there's like, in fact, it's a lot different.
Yeah,
and then I start hearing like, as hip hop evolves and it starts growing regionally in America, and I start being able to distinguish. Oh right, well they're from Virginia, so they're a little bit tiny different, and oh right, they're down south, which is like a completely different bounce. I enjoyed like that,
and those kind of
Outkast were always like incredible to me because they used to come on MTV Raps. That was like one of the very few outlets where I would get exposed to a lot of different hip hop. But Outkast, and I didn't realize they were from the South at the time.
Right.
I was just like, these beats are they're kind of like East Coast beats, but something's different. And I feel like they were trying to not be East Coast, but everybody knows like the South got something to say. Andre saying it at the Source Awards kind of thing, but hearing Outkast was like, these are a little different.
I think it's weird, but like looking back now, I was like, they were kind of wacky and kind of odd.
Oh yeah,
they were oddballs. I didn't really think of them like that at the time. I just thought like I really liked their voices.
Yeah,
I thought they had really interesting voices, and like the instrumentals are always kind of fun and different, and like the Miss Jackson. I know that's like the most overplayed kind of tune or whatever, or biggest hit of theirs, but the reversed hi-hats on that, it's crazy. Like looking back and like the first time I ever heard that, just thinking this just sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Like who reverses a hi-hat throughout an entire song? And
they weren't doing anything. They were just being them.
Yeah.
People sometimes think when they get to that album that they were doing some out of this world thing. No, I think they naturally progressed to that point.
Yeah.
And I know they had their own little differences. Where is that the double album? It is, isn't
the
it?
Speakerbox Love Below is the double, I think.
Okay.
So that was just before
Stankonia.
Yeah, Miss Jackson was just before, I think.
So they're starting to. You can hear their music getting a little.
Yeah, kind of. There was a little pop sensibility in some of it, right? Yeah. Definitely.
Probably not with intention though. I think like they always had live players. Yeah. They had drum machines. I think a lot of their music was played live, which is kind of you have a different freedom, don't you? I love Outkast.
I think also what was interesting, I guess, definitely throughout my lifetime, through my time at school, like hip hop was kind of underground, kind of cool.
Yeah,
and then. You obviously had like your big names that sort of broke through into the pop world. You had like your Eminems, your Dre's and your Snoops and stuff. And then hip hop now, like as I've grown up, as I've got older, it becomes the most popular music essentially in the world, but it's also not really kind of where it started. It's not really hip hop anymore in the same way that it was initially, what defined it as.
Yeah.
But you have like your Kendrick Lamar's, I don't know. Who else is massive?
J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah. The big three.
Yeah.
Yeah, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake.
3 very different artists.
Yeah.
3 very different artists.
Crazy.
I like Cole. He's
lyrical,
sometimes,
man.
yeah, he is. I feel like this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like I'm on the same lane as him. I can be
I get
lyrical,
that.
but I'm also quite socially aware.
Yeah.
Kendrick is very artistic.
Yeah.
Drake's great.
He's a
More
party. He's a
commercial.
party guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He writes the party stuff.
I feel like out of them three, the branch I'm on is the same as J. Cole's.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about level of skill or anything, because J. Cole is incredible. He
Yeah.
really is incredible.
Yeah.
He's a great artist.
I get what you mean with that. Like where you sit with the stuff that you write and the things that you're influenced by. And yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'd say that.
I clicked onto both Kendrick and Cole quite late.
Yeah. It's hard though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's hard to sometimes you need the tune that like hooks you in or whatever.
Yeah.
And I miss loads of great rappers and then go, oh, that's been going on for
It's
ages.
actually all right.
Yeah. That's been happening for ages.
Yeah, I think hip hop did that. I think it kind of like it pushed its listeners away. I think the stuff we were exposed to as it started to grow and expand, I think it pushed a lot of listeners away. And then you think, and then you come back and you're like, well, I'll try this guy.
Yeah.
I think with Kendrick, I heard Rigor Mortis, and I was like, damn, he can rap.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Hard.
And then you start, obviously, you do the deep dive.
Yeah.
J. Cole, all his early mixtapes came out before I even started. He'd been out for a minute, and I think it was because he
There's
was
a lot
signed
of
to
crap
Jay-Z.
around at that time.
Oh
as well, though.
yes,
and you hear a name and you just go, oh, you don't know what's going to be good.
Yeah.
You have to hear it, and it takes time, and like you have to be in the right brain space or whatever, or be shown it by the right person. For me, I think as well is another one.
I didn't want to shit on people too. I didn't want to like become that. I didn't want to become the old guy, who was always like, you lot don't know music. You just know stuff. I didn't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? And I wanted to. I think there was a part of me that was just like, let him do it.
Yeah,
I don't have to listen to it.
Yeah,
but I put a lot of people in that category. I thought Kendrick was in that category.
Yeah,
Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
Yeah.
I really thought they were in that category. And there was actually an ex-girlfriend who put me on to Drake. She would play him in the car and I'd be like, I don't really like this, but he's got a couple bars.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
He can rap.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether he
You can't
writes
take
it
that
or
away from
not,
him.
I'm not even bothered.
That's it. The delivery on it's fire.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it's really good.
The early stuff, but
There's a tune called like 4 a.m. in New York. It's like a freestyle. I'll say a freestyle. It's hard. It's some great bars in it.
He is. He's good.
It's good. Going back to something that I've read in another interview with you, you're saying about like how Sheffield shapes and like influences your sound. It's like it's steel, it's glass, it's like it's old factories, it's the rundown areas of the city. Really, you get that. So is that going back to when you were saying about being a teenager and how Wu-Tang got you in a chokehold, and you said they've sort of reflected your mood at that time.
Yeah.
You've probably seen some of the things that your mum has told you when you were young come into fruition as well, like how people are perceiving you and treating you and stuff, I guess, at that time. So when you started to write, you've got all of that plus the cityscape of Sheffield shaping your lyrics and the way that you're writing stuff.
Yeah.
When's your first track that you sort of perform, or like you've got it written, this is my track, the name of my track is this, and you're performing it?
Do you know, I went on stage before I ever even did a track.
Did you?
Yeah. Do you remember where Music in the Sun used to be? When Music in the Sun stopped over at Don Valley Bowl, they put something on after called Lakeside Festival. I think they only did it 1 or 2 years.
Right.
But I've obviously got lyrics now. I've got verses. I've got raps, out my arse. But I'd not made any songs. I'd never been in a studio yet. But somebody, Bungle, again, one of them older kids, he was like, he's obviously got tracks. But he said, do you want to come on stage and perform? And I was like, yeah.
So is he performing and he invites you up to perform with him kind of thing?
So
amazing.
He's only doing like 2 or 3 songs. And he's saying, just come up and then, I've got a gap on this song. When it's your turn to rap, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
But I started daydreaming, right? I started just being on stage daydreaming, you know, like looking around. And then I heard my name.
Yeah.
So he got to that gap and he had to start freestyling. But he had to say something, Marcus, which caught my attention. And then I just kind of went, yo, and then just did my little rap. But yeah, that was my first time on stage.
Sick.
I've just forgot I was on stage for a minute, daydreamed.
How did it feel?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love performing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Never you never the nervous guy before.
Never.
You like being stood on that stage.
Never nervous.
Yeah, I get that.
I get adrenaline.
Yeah. Yeah.
But never nervous. I'm quite shy. This is something I've been trying to figure out all my life. I'm quite shy one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit like, until I know, and this probably comes from my childhood, until I know I'm accepted,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a touch shy, but I'm never shy on stage.
Yeah.
Strangers, or people who know me. But yeah,
yeah. No, I get that.
It's really weird how they don't match up. But yeah, I'm a really shy person unless I know you.
Yeah.
If I know you and you know me, then you'll see a side that the general public will not. But yeah, no, I love performing in all senses as well, whether it's acting,
Yeah.
rapping, just having a laugh kind of thing.
Which is something you've gone into a bit later on. You've done a bit of acting and
Yes,
stuff, right?
yes.
We'll try and touch on that before we finish.
Yeah, man.
So that's your first time on stage. You're at Don Valley Bowl. You
Yeah.
performed. You come off stage. You go in the crowd. A couple of people recognise you, stuff like that, chatting to you. It's like you up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. Which is a nice feeling.
Great feeling.
It's a nice feeling.
And then are you sort of pushing on from that one, going, I need to do more of that, or is it just a little while before anything else happens?
Somewhere a lot around this time, we managed to start recording in a studio, and it used to be it was on Kellam, way before Kellam was Kellam,
Yeah.
near the climbing place, and it used to be
Not many like artisan bread shops around at that time.
And it was actually it was a youth worker at the Hill,
yeah.
who only worked there for a bit. So when I think now, he must have been on like a work program or an apprenticeship or something, because he was only there for a certain period. But we got on with him, and he'd always done music. A lot older than me and that bungle.
Yeah.
But he was tuned in. He was about music. You know, he had gear. He had a laptop. He had decks. He had mic. He had monitors. I didn't know none of these names for any of these things. All I know is that when he presses record and I speak through this microphone, it's on that screen. That's all I knew.
That's magic the first time you hear that back as well.
It is.
It hooked me in.
Yeah?
Yeah. It must
Hearing
have been the
yourself
same for you.
back.
The first time, yeah, because then I'd be like, that's me, but I'd be like, do that word different, or I'd like, I messed that line up a bit and I didn't realise I did. But then hearing it back, that magic, and I'm like, I need to do that again, but better.
Yeah.
And then you do it again, and you do it again.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah. Well, I just remembered like buzzing about being in the studio.
It's such a cool place.
We could only have it from like... It used to be like the factory was like a room in a factory yard. So the factory was still like a working plant or whatever it were.
Yeah.
So we could only go in there on a Tuesday night. So I would finish college. I would sometimes have to work at McDonald's. So I'd do my shift at McDonald's. I might finish 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'd go straight to that studio. And I'd be in that studio till, I don't know what time in the morning, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes I'd have to go to college the next day or go to work.
Wow.
So I'd just go straight to work. When you're that age, you've got the energy, aren't you? You can stay up for about 8 days.
Have a coffee and just see it
Fly.
through. Yeah.
But I was obsessed. Every Tuesday I was in there. Honing this craft, writing lyrics.
Yeah.
Not making beats. I wish I'd have made beats, but I was just about the writing.
Yeah.
But and I sometimes kick myself because I don't remember or have any of them songs. I'm not even caring about how to store it, save it. I was just dead in the experience.
Yeah.
And when I hear people say, "Oh yeah, my first lyric was this, and this," I get jealous because I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even have the name Matic Mouth yet. I was calling myself like Butcher Berserk, which was just ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
But
I read that in an interview.
Yeah.
So that was your first name, Butcher
yeah,
Berserk.
Butcher Berserk, the
Matic
Butcher.
Mouth is a good name.
Yeah, and I got that because I did my first ever freestyle, which was all right.
Yeah.
Like I was obsessed with trying to learn how to freestyle, and I mean the real freestyle.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
some free rapping. And
It's hard.
we were recording
Skill.
though. Yeah, we were recording. And I said, whenever I hear sound, I'm automatic with my mouth. And I was like, oh, you know, when I was listening back, I was like, oh, mic, automatic, mouth. Put them two together. And also, I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but it was like Method Man. So it was Matic Mouth. So I was like, I've got a dad dirt.
And you're still not about it. You're still not biting, are you? It's like that's
Nah.
amazing. You're influenced by, but you're still not biting.
Yeah,
That's like
man.
completely original, man. That's
That was
that's
it.
great.
That was it.
That's great.
Yeah, Matic Mouth.
So then you're recording these tunes. You've got. Are they going out on mixtapes? Are they? Because I guess at this time, are we talking mid 90s, late 90s?
Yeah.
Pre-internet still. People
Yeah.
aren't file sharing things,
Yeah.
so things are going on CDs. Are you like?
Yeah.
Giving them out at college to mates and stuff like that? Are you just keeping them for yourself, playing them in the car or
CDs and probably
tapes?
I think tapes had just died out because
Yeah.
we're burning CDs now.
Yeah, yeah.
So CDs, and I'm probably swapping it with other rappers. So other rappers who are
Here's my
in
tape.
Sheffield. I've
Yeah.
done a couple
Oh, wow.
tracks, and there weren't a lot. There was just a handful of people who was like in this little group of creatives that I knew.
Yeah.
And then obviously,
That's so cool. What a nice way of doing it.
yeah,
That's real personal.
it was.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Giving your music to someone and receiving theirs.
It felt so, when I, like with hindsight now, it felt so innocent because we're not having to, I'm not worrying about putting it out.
Yeah.
I never even thought about putting music out ever in my life. Like
Yeah.
how, like you probably didn't put music out unless you got signed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And at that point you weren't even going like, I'm gonna focus on this and get signed and
No.
become Snoop Dogg or anything like that. You were like,
No.
I just love rapping and making music and that gives me like everything.
Love rapping.
Yeah.
And I knew I was good at it. I wasn't saying that, but I knew I was good at it.
Yeah.
I just knew it. It was like something I was like, oh man, this is my thing.
It lights a fire under you, doesn't it, when you find something you can do.
Yeah.
I think people need to do like whatever it is in life. It doesn't have to be a rapper, but if you find something you can do and you can do well,
Yeah.
that lights a fire under
Yeah,
you.
it does.
Yeah.
And gives you something, again, back to my mom.
Yeah.
My mom used to say to me, you got to have a hobby, Marcus. You got to have a hobby or two, because when there's nothing to do or life gets boring, you can always do that. And I think what she was saying was, you need an escape.
Big up your mum, you know.
Yo, my mom's a G.
Yeah, man.
She's a real G, and she'll
wanna get
watch
on
this
here,
back. She would. She might be
come in.
nervous about the camera, but
Yeah.
she would. She
Oh.
and I've been encouraging her to do one with her friend.
Yeah.
Just like, Mum, if people just heard you talk with your friends.
I'd love to
It
I'd love
buzz.
to hear some of her stories. It sounds what a life.
Yeah, my mum's a legend, man.
Yeah.
I got a cool family. I had some good my uncle is quite my uncle's Johnny Nelson, right? So
Right.
I had this male role model who was known. You know, I'm not going to say celebrity, I'm not going to say famous, but he was known. People knew that he boxed.
Yeah.
People knew who he was. And I watched how he handled the public. And even that was a lesson in how to be
Yeah.
as a person who's in front of people or who has a platform. So I've got all these little, like my mum's got like 5, 6 brothers. So I've got all these examples of how to be in the world. But my uncle, I spent a lot of time with him and watched how he dealt with the public, how nice and humble and polite and kind and accommodating he was. And I know that, I know that's like a blueprint for how I deal with people. I'm not saying I'm massive or well known, but when people come up to me and say, "Oh, I like your music," you know what? You can have my time.
Yeah.
We can talk about music. We can tell me what you like about it.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Thank you for listening. So yeah, no, my family is a good. They're a good family, man.
Yeah, man.
A very good family. But yeah, my mum's a legend.
Absolutely.
My mum runs things as well. She really does. She really, really does. And she's still sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
She's sharp in her old, mature years. I don't want to say old, she'll kill me, but yeah, no, she's still sharp. Yeah, no, she's sharp. Yeah.
She sounds like a wonderful woman, man.
Yeah, she's cool.
And she's raised you, so we love her for that.
Thank you, sir.
So you're releasing tracks, you're making stuff. What sort of point are you running with? Are you with like a crew? Is there like a bunch of you together?
Yeah.
Are you solo? Are you?
So I'm part of. I couldn't tell you the timeline of when, but I then become part of a group called Ill Patience.
Right.
We've got a studio in Stag. So that's my first time seeing Stag, and I'm like, oh my God, little tiny room, freezing. When the toilets were not very nice. So that's Stag. And there are 5 other rappers who rap like me, who are hungry. And now we're starting to think about being known.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're starting to like think about like, yeah, I want this to be my job.
Yeah.
And maybe like So Solid are out now. So I'm starting to see, oh, you're on TV.
That was a big thing, you know.
Oh, yes.
And I did not realize it at the time.
Yeah,
how big So Solid were for well.
We're getting like number ones.
Yeah.
And it was ding, 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 ding. And obviously it was more appealing because it was garage.
Yeah.
It was garage when they didn't cross over into the grime thing, was it? No.
I don't think so. There's some kind of borderline stuff, I guess, that they did. Like, oh no, maybe a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of grimy, but it's still garage, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, So Solid. They and I'm starting to hear like the garage MCs roll deep. And again, I'm tempted to stray.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate that they're rapping on it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for them to just rap.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. I can hear the rapping. Not really my tempo. I love the music.
Yeah.
But they made it a little bit more real.
Mm-hmm.
Because it must have been them, because even we started to think about, right, we'll do this and we'll get a show and we'll blah, blah, blah and we'll blah, blah, blah. But we'll also just rap.
Yeah.
And write. But because I'm now around 5 other rappers, I know I used to love sitting in that room.
Yeah.
And it's quiet and the beat's just playing. And it's quiet and you know everybody's trying to really write some fire shit. You're trying to really write.
Are you kind of friendly competing with each other as well? Like, so if someone writes a good verse, you're like, I'm going to write one better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple MCs there. Used to be a kid called Morgan from Tapton.
Yeah.
Drexstar. And him and another kid called Richard. Oh, I don't even know. I forget Richard's surname, but they were called Drunken Masters. They were ahead of their time. I've got their albums still, and I'll send it you both, but they were unbelievable.
Wow.
They made an album back then which still to this day wipes the floor with a lot of people's music. It just wipes the floor. They were just so advanced.
Yeah.
And they were socially aware as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they were my first like, oh, right, you're talking about your environment. You're talking about Job Centre. Talking about being on Job Seekers.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
It gives you new avenues to explore lyrically. Like, it kicks the door open.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were great, Drunken Masters. And I don't even know if any of their stuff is online.
Yeah.
I've got like a CD which I burned to my laptop years ago,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
make sure I never lose. And me and this other kid, one of the other older kids I used to hang around with, Sean, we have both said to each other, I'll never let go of this album.
That's lovely, man.
I'll make sure you never let it die, like keep hold of it. But I think I need to share it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ill Patience. We're going for, I don't know, a year.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't feel like long, but probably was quite long. And then I don't even know why we stopped. I think one or two stopped rapping, or one or two fell out, but it just disintegrated.
Yeah.
And then
But during that year, you're sort of kicking each other on in terms of like how good you are at writing. Does it help? You'd say that your skill level improved during that time?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a really, and I hate these words, but it was a really safe space.
Yeah.
Creatively.
Yeah.
You could be. Now I'm not thinking about, I'm a rapper and it's taboo to be a rapper and I shouldn't be rapping, you don't have UK rap. Now I'm like, I'm very good and I'm better than this guy and I'm going to shit on all these other rappers in this room and they know it and they know I'm thinking it and I know he's thinking it and he's thinking it.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
You've got your people, you've got like a space to vibe in, it's all happening.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
I've just realised in this moment, though, how safe a space that was. You're just in it, aren't you, at the time?
Yeah.
You're just in it, you're enjoying it. And another thing that my mum was always like, be in the moment, be present.
Yeah.
Don't be thinking about tomorrow, be present in the moment. But now I can look back and be like, damn, them guys were really talented.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a real sharp and steel type of situation.
Yeah.
Because we're all kind of early. We're all trying to find our voice.
Yeah.
Now, at that stage, I'm not. I think for a long time you try to be like your heroes, don't you? You try to rap like Wu-Tang, or you try to be like Snoop. But Ill Patience was the first time when I was like, nah, man, I'm trying to rap like me.
Yeah. Your style comes out, the way you, I guess the way you dress and the way you kind of, because that's all hip hop as well, isn't it? The way you present yourself, the way you, all of that. It becomes it.
I was in college, so I was, because I think my second, third year of college is when I started to say, no, I'm gonna really accept that this is what I do. For a long time, I didn't accept it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't tell people I was a rapper. I'd be doing it behind the scenes with them two older kids. I'd be going to that studio on a Tuesday night, but it weren't until I got in this group where it was like, they think I'm good, I think they're good, we can rap together. And it's nicer.
Yeah.
It's nicer to be in a group. It's nicer to have like, and we did a lot of songs. A lot of songs.
Yeah.
And it felt a bit, probably felt a bit Wu-Tangy for me as well. You know, there were 6.
Yeah, yeah.
7 at a stretch. Maybe there was a cousin of one of the kids who would come every now and again. So it was like, we've got 6, 7 guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just them 2, sometimes it's them 3, sometimes it's all 6, sometimes it's just 5, sometimes it's just 2.
That is a bit Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it is.
It is a bit Wu-Tang.
But at the time, we were just making tracks.
Yeah.
We've got a studio and he knows how to, the other kid in the group knows how to operate it, and we don't have to ask, we don't have to pay.
Someone makes beats, someone does the recording, that
man.
kind of thing.
Yeah, so it was
You've
just
got
like,
a community, you've got a band almost.
And the
like
beats,
a band.
Yeah, no, well, the
like
beats,
a gang.
The beats were at the time incredible.
Yeah.
If I go back and I ever find anything, I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah. But
that's the journey.
The importance of it at that time, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So following that, you sort of solo again?
No, I become part of. I think I was always solo. I was always writing lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to, at the time, 3 verses and a hook. 3 verses, and that's another thing. I think after Ill Patience, because Northern Alliance is next. So after Ill Patience, I'm starting to think about structure. I'm starting to think about, I need to write 3 verses here.
Yeah.
And have a chorus. People like choruses. Choruses are catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have a chorus. Oh, well, all right. Well, I'll write my choruses first, and then maybe I can write my verses about the chorus.
Yeah.
And then I get in Northern Alliance, which is another collective. Franz was in Northern Alliance, so this is where I meet
Big up
Franz.
Yeah.
And I used to be at odds with Franz's brother for a long time.
Right.
Girl stuff. And you know, like that's his brother, so he's gonna stand up for have his brother's side kind of thing. So I was always a bit like, F all y'all. And then I meet Franz and we sit in a room and we have a good chat, and then we become again this new. Oh, we're making songs now.
Yeah,
we're trying to make, and we got a vocalist in the group, Kayla Verne. We got a vocalist, so we can make real. And now I'm starting to really know that what we're making, and again, it's relative to its time, but I'm thinking, oh, we're starting to craft songs.
Yeah.
We're making songs now.
It's
with
all
real
coming together, it's
choruses.
making sense.
Yes. Or we're doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're really trying to, we're trying to be at little Sharrow Festival. We're trying to be at this little place here. And we started doing this thing called the Coalition. So we started to put on free gigs. There was a bunch. We just got everybody, all the groups in Sheffield at the time. So I got AOK.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Wykims, it makes sense. We've got them. We've got a couple of solo artists. I think it was a guy called JC, a vocalist, like an R&B vocalist. But it's like 5 or 6 different acts. And we'd just put on a free show.
Beautiful.
We'd get a venue which would allow it.
Yeah.
And obviously it was just a lot of us mates coming down, but we took it serious. I know I did.
I've heard this story from a lot of different artists that have come on here, but the DIY ethic in those early days is like, it's different but the same.
Yeah.
Across all musics.
Yeah.
The key way to do it, I think, is put your own shit out
Together,
there and put it all together yourself. Do it. Just do it.
And champion each other.
Yeah.
I think the
Build it all
indie
up.
scene nailed it. I think the urban scene struggled with the support bit. We would do the work, do the shows, but then it was like, well, what about it? It's got to be continuous.
Yeah.
It's got to be. You got to talk about me when I'm not in the room.
Yeah.
And I think the indie bands, the New Yorkshire time, they really did that. They really spoke about each other
Yeah.
in the room. And also, not to shit on the hip-hop grime lot, but
No, not so.
there was room for collaborative music making in indie music. Him in this band can write for him in this band.
Yeah.
But this rapper can't write for this rapper.
Right.
So there's a tiny bit of I won't say a divide, but
It's interesting though, isn't it? Now
Yeah.
looking back with that hindsight.
because
Yeah.
I would never let someone write my raps back then. In
Yeah, of
fact,
course.
I mean,
You wouldn't now.
I
Would you?
wouldn't know. But just like how them two genres of
Yeah.
music work might be why that took off and that didn't.
Right.
Who knows? But yeah, no,
That's an interesting perspective. I'd never thought of it like that.
me neither.
Because I
Me
think
neither.
I've always been like with the. I mean, grime is completely different, but like I used to love watching the Clashes. But the Clashes were also they were raw,
Yeah,
but they were friendly.
Yeah.
Like they were still
Yeah, yeah.
mates. Like Kano versus Wiley and that. But
Yeah.
the Kano and Wiley are mates.
yeah,
So it gets heated, but they're still mates.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'd never really thought of it like that, but maybe you got something there.
Takes a maturity to do that.
It does.
Takes a maturity. That Lord of the Mic stuff
Yeah.
takes a maturity to be able to go into that space.
Definitely.
I never clashed because I don't have the I didn't have the maturity. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to take that kind of talk.
I'd struggle with it.
Yeah, really would. And there's
Hearing loads of people
I've done
say
a lot
bad
of
things
dirt.
about
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I've got a lot of dirt. So I'm like, you can't say that about me, please. My mum
Yeah.
will see this.
I'll pick up your moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not talking about the dirt on here. Get
No,
away from
I'm
that.
just, I couldn't. And people would say, you've got the voice for it. And I'd be like, yeah, but he can't say something about my mum or my girl or bring up one of my secrets.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's for you.
Nah.
Yeah. Secrets are for you.
Yeah, no, I'm too private for a clash.
Yeah, man.
You've got to be mature. You've got to be it takes it's like boxing, I guess. You've got to
Yeah.
be like a man. man about it because obviously it's not gender-based.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Interesting to talk about the New Yorkshire Times. Whilst all that's going on in the city, I guess other music exists also at the same time. There's a lot of talk about that, like the forgotten music of Sheffield whilst that's going on. Indie bands and stuff all over the place and kids in skinny jeans and stuff. But you guys are still making tunes, hip-hop tunes.
I wish.
Is this around the time that you were in that crew?
Yeah, because obviously me and John went to school. John McClure, we went to the same school, so every now and again he obviously lived in Grenoside, I lived in Upperthorpe, but his bus came across the bottom of Infirmary and Penistone Road, so once in a blue moon I'd get on the bus, he'd be on it.
Yeah.
And we'd talk and he'd be like, "You're doing music and still?" And I'd be like, "Yeah. What about you?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm in a band called Judan Suke." And I'd be like, "Oh, right, that sounds mad as..." Never shared music.
Yeah.
Never heard his. He'd probably never heard mine, but we buzzed because, we're old schoolmates and we're, well, further back than that, but we're old mates and we both do music and it's quite exciting.
You two have got very similar thoughts on stuff, Very like, I think you think a lot about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
see you and John having... I think a conversation between you and John, that would be a good fucking podcast. That'd be a good fucking podcast.
I had a few laughs with John. We did this little thing musically together.
Yeah.
It was all right. I wish I'd have thought about it a little more or voiced my opinion a little bit more. I think I was just happy to be along for the ride. Maybe we'll get to that in a bit and
man.
I'll tell you about that experience. But yeah.
Please do.
When we get to Northern Alliance, we're starting to think about songs. You know what? I wish now, with hindsight, that New Yorkshire movement and that urban movement, I kind of wish they did cross paths. Sheffield's a funny place, actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't mingle. We think we do, but we don't mingle. We're a bit, keep ourselves to ourselves. We're kind of humble.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Someone taught me something about Sheffield last month, right?
Okay.
So use this as an example. Just having a little segue somewhere. If you go for a night out in Sheffield and it could be your best night ever.
Yeah.
Best night out you've had out ever in your life. But when I see you the day after and I say, "How was last night?" You'll go, "It was all right." Every other place will say, "Oh, it's amazing, it was great." But in Sheffield, you just go, "It was all right."
To keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it mellow. But that means it were incredible.
Yeah.
It were all right.
Yeah.
We play things down. We really play it down. It's a funny little town here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why.
No. It's massively important, I suppose, in the context of everything that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you're, like lyrically as well in hip hop, it's a music that's known to not play itself down. It's a music. It's a loud sort of standout, powerful movement. Right?
Yeah. I'm the best. I'm here. Or look at this. Look at that. This is happening.
Yeah. Well, it's broad. It's really brash, broad storytelling. It's like it's fight the power. It's it's every aspect of it is the opposite of like it were all right.
It's funny how they didn't intermingle.
Yeah.
And connect them
especially eventually when Monkeys went on to work with Dizzy, didn't they? And stuff like that. But I guess
forgot about that. Yeah.
I guess like Mongrel sort of happened.
Yeah.
Andy, obviously, who you went to work with, Clubs and Spades, and I guess the Arctic Monkeys lads are all hip hop heads.
Yeah.
But then later on, I guess you got to do the cool shit with Andy.
Yeah.
Which was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
I love that stuff, the Clubs and Spades era. But is that the crossover? It was just late?
Me and Andy always used to. So obviously I met Andy through John.
Right.
But we got close quite quick.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't care about Monkeys.
Yeah.
So, and I think he kind of like identified with that, like, oh, this is a space where I'm not being I don't know if Andy's attitude towards the Monkeys was as I think it might still have been a bit sore.
Yeah.
But I would never speak to him about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he was happy that like he don't care about it.
Other
He
stuff to talk
actually,
about.
yeah, he's actually talking
Yeah.
about rap, and that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why our relationship got a lot stronger, a lot closer, till eventually it's just becoming like, you know, best friends. Like
Yeah.
rather than it being a
Yeah.
group of us, it's just me and Andy now. And we always spoke about doing music. Always like we're hinting, you know, we could do some rap. You could make me some beats. We could do this. And then I think the conversation just evolved. Well, you know, there's this other guy, Shin. And obviously, I rate Shin as a lyricist. I always have done, whether he was grime, garage, or whatever he was doing. I always rated him as a lyricist.
Can ride a beat, man. He's all over the place. He's a skill guy, man.
When he was on here and he said he'd never done rap before,
Yeah.
and it was new to him.
Yeah.
But he really had me on my toes doing that Clubs and Spades stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had a real, I was intentionally like making a point of saying, nah, I can't let him have me up. Can't let him have me on these tracks.
Yeah.
But Shin, whether he did hip hop, yes or no, you can't tell on that Clubs and Spades album. I think
No.
he came through. I think he was, he definitely had me thinking, yeah, I need to step up my game.
Mate, he laced up his gloves on those albums.
Bruv, he
for
did.
sure.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
One thing that we spoke about off pod with Shin is something I'd like to cover with you briefly. Who did make the brew in the end
Me.
from that skit?
Me. You can hear me doing it. You can hear a spool going ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Do you know what? Do
Yeah,
you know
it
what
was
Shin
me.
said? He said, "I can tell you something." He was like, "I wasn't in the room when they did that skit, but I tell you one thing: it wasn't Andy that made that brew."
Yeah. I love that skit. Yeah. Good
Maybe-
album.
Great albums.
Good
man.
album,
Great
man.
album.
I'm proud of. That's another piece of work I'm proud of.
And you
Proud of that Clubs and Spades stuff.
toured it up and down the country.
Yeah, we did well, man.
Yeah.
We did well.
Fave place to play? Like outside of Chef, was it always the hometown shows that were best? Or
I loved the Tramlines gig.
yeah,
I loved it. That was, I think that's my like favorite gig ever.
yeah.
Like I just knew I was on my game.
Is that when you played before Public Enemy?
Yeah, no, they played before.
Oh.
Yeah, they were supposed to be. We were supposed to be the opener.
Yeah,
Public Enemy, Sister Sledge, and then earlier that day, Public Enemy asked if they could go on first, and we were like, "Public Enemy, open up for us."
yeah,
And then we thought about it strategically. Well, that means whoever comes for Public Enemy is staying for Sister Sledge, which means they're gonna see us.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know a certain other person in this room that was there at that gig. Andy.
yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
show. There's a great photo of you on stage for that.
Yeah,
Maybe
man.
I'll have to dig it out for you.
Yes, and yeah,
That was a big show, that one.
brilliant,
Crazy
Just-
show
All his friends were there as well.
on Dev
Sheffield-
Green,
all of
middle of
was there.
Sheffield.
Everyone of Sheffield was there.
Matching
yeah.
t-shirts, looking like a bunch of nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good.
Your city in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, it was nice.
Unbelievable.
And we had amazing gigs all the time, but that was just like good weather. Tramlines were on main stage. We got these two amazing acts either side of our show.
hmm
Sounds good. Crowd's happy. We're killing it.
Yeah,
I think my uncle introduced us as well. I think he was there, and I was like, "Do you want to introduce us?"
big.
So it was just like this family affair.
Yeah,
My mom, my cousin, they're all at the back, right at the back. I can see them, and I'm like, "Yo, they're having a good time."
they must have been so proud, man, watching that.
Yeah, and I never
That's
think about
unreal.
that. But like my mum comes to, she's been to a few gigs. She's kind of into. She loves music anyway, but she's very into seeing us do
Yeah.
our thing. She's very supportive.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, good gig. That's my favorite gig. I got other ones, like obviously every time we supported a hip hop artist, whether we supported Pete Rock, MLP, Pharaoh Munch,
some big names there, man.
yes,
Wow.
Black Alicious.
So, yeah, for you, that Pete Rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
forgot about that one. That was a big, another
Yeah,
day or
man.
two, wasn't it? Yeah.
So
forgot
just like, and these are my like, I don't, I never meet my heroes. I never go up to them.
Yeah,
I just get a bit like, seeing them is enough.
yeah.
You know what I mean? My
See, but also, I guess in those instances, you're seeing them as a peer.
Yeah.
You're getting to the point where you're like, I'm on the same stage as
Yeah.
Pete Rock.
I mean, a peer
Same
space, but I'm
stage.
still not looking at it like that. I'm just thinking like, oh my gosh, that's Pete Rock.
Yeah.
He made Troy.
You're
Thinking of
in
music.
your head, you're still a hip hop fan at this point. You're not like a
But-
hip hop god.
No, I'm
Yeah.
a fan.
Yeah, yeah.
My girl Danielle at the time, obviously we're backstage. She
Yeah.
just knocked on Pete Rock's door, just walked in, and I stayed outside. She went in and had a chat. That's how much I don't meet him. I really stand back. But yeah, she was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
Pete Rock," because obviously she's a big Pete Rock fan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool shit.
Yeah.
Really cool little era. We had a good run, man. I feel like it was the first time, not the first time, because you always have that belief that something can happen. But with Clubs and Spades, it was like, oh,
Something happened.
something is happening.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people told us it wouldn't work, you know.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people were like, hip hop,
Yeah.
that's not popular right now. Even Adele, when we asked her to manage her, she was like, are you sure? First, are you sure you want me to? And two, are you like, really?
Yeah.
And then like as we started doing music, and then they started to see a band,
Yeah.
I was like, oh right, this is not, it's hip hop, but you're presenting it in a certain way.
Good music will shine through, I think,
Yeah.
no matter the genre or the timing. If you're making it with real love and passion like you guys were,
Yeah.
and then also you had you and Shin just going hell for leather with those
Yeah.
lyrics.
I learned that late actually.
Crazy.
I learned that very late in my journey about just trusting the music
Mhm.
and trusting the listener, that the listener will get it. Sometimes I think I spent so many years like, nah, that's clever, but it's too, they're not gonna understand it.
Mm.
And it's like, nah, man, you gotta let the listener just hear it. If they get it, they get it. But you gotta
Yeah.
have faith that they will get it, they will appreciate it.
One of your tunes that really stood out to me today, listening through your recent catalogue, is True North. True
Oh, yeah.
North. Sorry. But that's
True
essentially
North.
it's beautiful, that. And I needed to hear that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's about staying true and not getting distracted from your own journey and
Yeah.
just following, trusting the process, all
Trust
that
the
sort of stuff.
process.
It's nice to hear that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It is. So cheers for that one.
Yeah, and it's nice to be able to convey your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have all these life lessons like I've had from my mum, but it's nice to be able to say, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
And although this is quite a positive message, I'm delivering it in a way that is creative.
Yeah.
It's quite, it's not a dark tune, is it? But it's
No.
it's low.
Yeah. It makes you sit and listen,
Yeah,
I
man.
think, which is, you know, this is a thing as well that you learn over years and years and years of crafting as an artist and learning how to use your voice to speak and convey urgency and tone and all that stuff. And you do that brilliantly in your music.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
The EP prior to that, the 2020 sort of lockdown time EP, working with Tej on that one.
Yes.
As in Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his surname just in case he didn't want it to be known, but
Yeah.
love Tom. One
Yeah.
of the greatest guys. I didn't realize he produced that,
Yeah.
but looking back on it and listening to it, it's lovely production and lyrically, you guys gel really well together.
Yes, we
on that
do.
one.
Yeah, I miss Tommy. He's not been making music as much these past few years, but
Yeah,
we had a definite chemistry, and we're very different personalities.
mm-hmm.
Tom's very, speaks down here. He's
Yeah.
very slow and calm,
Mm-hmm.
collected all the time. Doesn't get excited. This is probably as excited as he gets. And I'm all over the place. And no. But we just met we had this middle ground. And
musically,
yeah, we met like how we started working was funny. He was like, he sent me some music and he was like, send them to Shin. Or he said he'd sent him shit and he was still waiting. And then I was like, I listened to him and I was like, can I use it?
Yeah.
And I wrote something, recorded it. I was recording in a girlfriend's cupboard at the time, sent it him. I said, send another one. Wrote it that day,
Yeah.
recorded it, sent it him. I was like, we got another one. We did 3. I was like, put these out.
Binging them. Yeah.
Put them out, yeah. So we just had this like churning ability. Yeah, we work well together. I miss working with Tom.
Yeah. Your sounds do complement each other.
Yeah, man.
It's very different. It's very like low key kind of compared to the 2018,
Yeah,
2095 album.
yeah.
Yeah. But like really, really nice sonically, I thought that one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a funny little Here Comes the Pain. It was
Yeah.
I was angry. I was just so angry at everything what was happening.
The world was and is very fucked at that time.
Yeah.
Sorry to your mum if she's listening.
No, it's
cursing.
cool. Yeah, no, there was a lot happening, and obviously George Floyd.
Yeah.
And I you want to hit back.
Yeah.
You want to hit back. How can I hit back? I'll tell you what I lit back. I lit back by putting this on Bandcamp, and the proceeds go to Stephen Lawrence Foundation. That's what I'm going to hit back, which is the most mature, positive, safe response I can.
What do they say? The pen's mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It truly is.
And you use that pen.
Yeah,
for sure,
man.
with this one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good times. Well, bad times that made good times.
Yeah. Taking a negative and trying to get something good from it.
Yeah.
Make something positive.
Yeah, definitely.
Love that.
Yeah, man.
And
I
then
forgot about that album. I forgot about that EP actually. Bloody hell.
yeah. Sorry for digging it up.
No, it's cool. It's nice.
I've listened through to. I was saying to you earlier when I was messaging. I've because I've been in hospital and stuff. I've not had as many sort of weeks where I've sat down and dug and read interviews, but I did nice little like read through a load of stuff and re-listen to a lot of your tunes this afternoon and just enjoyed every minute. Even your SoundCloud, you're like, I've got a notification. You just follow me on SoundCloud. What are you doing? Don't go on there. I don't know what's on there.
I don't.
I was like, I'm not going through to like do a got you piece or anything. You said this in 2007. Did you mean it? Like, it was nice listening to everything that you've done over the years.
Nice.
What body of work, man. Like, and musically, nothing new since 2023, but you've been busy with other things.
I have a lot of music in the stash.
Yeah.
There's some good things on the horizon. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Cryptic. We love to know.
They might kill me for saying it, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You I think you planted a couple seeds. Yes, the past you.
Okay.
I think you planted a couple seeds.
Okay.
That were watering.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
And I know that you like plants, so I like that metaphor as well.
That's right. Yeah. No. There's some exciting stuff on the horizon. Yeah, I think it's too early to say what it is. You can probably figure it out, but yeah.
Okay.
There's some. We're working.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is.
What have you been doing in the meantime? I know you've been doing some acting.
Yeah, so acting was always the one creative outlet that I was a bit fearful to pursue. Just a little bit more out there in terms of how exposed you are. I think creative outlets have a degree of exposure. I love painting. I'll paint all day. Because I don't care what you think and nobody's seeing it.
Yeah.
But if I rap and I do music, people are going to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
If I act, people are going to see it.
Yeah, that's true.
So acting was something that I was like, I had this urge to do it all my life. Started going to classes, 2018, 2019. Lockdown hit. They're doing Zoom lessons. I'm like, I can't do that. Doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Always been a part of a couple short films.
Mm-hmm.
Being a part of, do you know Theo Kane, Slimehouse?
I don't, unfortunately.
And I should introduce you, actually.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love that.
He's a very creative guy, great animator, great filmmaker. He's done a Sheffield graffiti film. He made an action film called Unit 11, which is actually on, is it on Amazon?
Right.
So it was like a full feature. So I got my little really good acting chops in there. Really did some stuff.
Acting for film.
Yeah. But then I've been part of a theatre production for the past 3 years, which focuses on, it's called Code, with a company called Justice in Motion. They're based in Oxford. It's a physical theatre company. Sorry. Physical theatre company. We have a show that's based around a young guy called Nick, young guy and girl, because we have a character, two genders playing the same character at different times. So one day it might be the boy, another day it might be the girl, because we wanted to show that this story can happen to any gender, not just boys, not just white boys, not black boys, black girls, but anyone.
Yeah.
The story's based around Nicky, who goes on this journey of being recruited into a gang. You know, they exploit him, they trap him. Luckily enough, he makes it out. I'm the narrator, so I narrate the show with rap. I rap the show in narration.
Wow.
I play a few characters, so I'm like the teacher, the ticket inspector, a person getting arrested, and I think there's something else. But yeah, I play a few roles in the show. And then alongside that, we do outreach work in schools and the local communities that we visit. So we'll go into schools, we'll do some presentations, give them some information, interactive presentations. Then we do some workshops. And the workshops are to give these children who might not have the chance to pursue creative stuff, to do some creative stuff, do some parkour, do some rapping, do some physical theatre. And then there's there's another workshop, which is just like an interactive information kind of session, role plays and things like that. But giving back to the youth work thing.
Because I was going to say, dude, you've just gone full circle. You're giving to these people a bit of what the Hill gave to you.
Yes. And that whole thing, like my mum taking us out.
Yeah.
I feel like, you grow and you have these experiences and they shape you in ways you're not sure how they shape you until you get older. But my last 3 main jobs have been with children. I'm working in a special educational needs school.
Yeah.
Working in a coordinator for a residential children's home. Me, my uncle and my mother are in the process of setting up a children's home. And I'm at the very, very early stages of setting up a mentoring company. That's what I realized, that all my skills are best shaped to being a mentor. Got life experience, got creative experience. I've got the rapport, got the ability to actually connect.
Absolutely.
So 43, that's how long it's took me to realize, actually, Marcus. And I've been a mentor before, but I weren't in the mind space, the state I am now.
Yeah.
Just was I was like an educational mentor. So I was, back when I was like 20, 21, 22, I was working with people to get them back into adult learning.
Yeah.
Working with adults is cool, but working with children, teenagers is the best.
I agree. One of the best jobs I ever had was I worked in a preschool.
Yeah.
Kids that had been kicked out of school. We were teaching them how to write for film. And there's this one kid that I was working with, and he said something along the lines of, I don't want to do anything today. I just want to make a head explode. So I was like, let's make a head then. And he was like, what? I was like, if you want to make a head explode, you have to make a head first.
Yeah.
Made a papier-mâché head, made it explode on film.
Nice.
Loved it.
Nice. And you'll remember that forever.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I don't think he'll ever
will.
be watching this. And, I didn't name him because, I mean, it was a long time ago, but he'll be grown now. But it was something that got that brain engaged. Like you were saying before, it's like finding the thing gets you going, oh, that's my focus then. And this kid wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But if you get him to explode a head, he's got to focus. He's like, I'm making the head and I'm going to explode it. I want it to look like this. I want it to film slow motion. I want it to, I think we called it something like information overload or something in the end.
Cool.
Yeah. Feed this thing too much stuff and it's,
That's the good shit, Jimmy,
yeah, man.
innit?
It feels so good. And you get so much out of it. It's like good for you, good for them, good for the world,
Yeah.
innit? But
That's the good shit, man.
definitely. But you say how, get to this point and it's taken me this long to realise it, but at least you realised it
Yeah.
as well. Which is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I think it's my calling.
It feels right, I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel right. It feels, and it's in the same vein of like what my mom does. You know, she's a teacher.
Yeah.
Right now, she's works as like she left traditional mainstream schools and she became like an alternative education and inclusion worker.
Yeah.
So she likes to work with children who are not engaged, who are not in mainstream learning.
Yeah.
Tutors private. She didn't like the whole. She got fed up of the how mainstream school was teaching children.
Yeah.
You know, she'd tell me stories. Oh, she'd come downstairs, she'd see the same children sat outside the head teacher's office.
Mm-hmm.
Then she'd have them children, and they'd be engaged and they'd be in it and they'd have a great lesson. And she'd be like, "It's not the children, it's the teachers."
Yeah.
She needs to get out of there. So she left.
Yeah. You actually talk about that in some of your lyrics.
Yeah.
You talk about, I couldn't tell you the song, but you're talking about how like the education, the mainstream education is it's not engaging the people in the right way. It's not teaching the right lessons.
Wow.
It's in that 2095. It's in that 2095 album. I've listened to it on the way over and I was like, you're literally saying this in your songs as well.
I need to go back
It's
and listen
interesting.
again. Yeah, my
Yeah, man.
memory is terrible. I don't remember none of my lyrics, man. Yeah,
I did play a game with Shin where we went through a bunch of his old lyrics and
Yeah.
like got him to complete them. I've not done that with you
I
because
was dreading it.
I've not done it.
I was dreading you doing that because I would be like, "What?"
I've not done it for this one. We'll have to get you back.
Yeah, man.
And we'll do it another time with a bit more like forewarning and stuff. I'll give you some advance notice
Yeah,
so you
man.
can go back through.
All right, yeah,
I do have a couple of things before we sort of wrap up.
Yeah.
And it's been so great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for coming in. And sorry Dave wasn't here today, by the way, everybody. I forgot to mention his sister's so fit. He's got fit sisteritis. He's had to do it when I go home. True story, he's actually got a lot of work on at the moment, which is great. But yeah, it's funny to say he's got a fit sister. But if he were here, he would love to ask you what your meal deal would be
All
if
right.
you were to get one.
So when I go for the most expensive items,
Yeah.
so that I don't feel like I'm getting more value.
You get the
If
yeah.
if you want
It's a
me
way
to
to do
give
it.
you, if you want me to give you a specific things, I didn't eat meat for a long time,
Okay.
so it was kind of limited. I love the cheese and onion, right? I love the cheese and onion. So I used to get the cheese and
So
onion.
good though, right?
Yeah, me and Danielle call it cheese goo. Get me a cheese goo.
Yeah.
So cheese goo sandwich, and I would get either the what's the juices with the different colours?
Yeah, like naked or
Yeah.
them
One of
ones.
them.
Innocent or that.
Yeah, and then with the cheese goo, it would either be Watsits or I love ready salted me.
Ready salted crisp is an underrated choice.
Yo, Andy
it's a
and Shin-
classic.
Andy and Shin and them man think I'm mad because
Nah.
I like ready salted. I think ready salted are banging, but I need the crisp what can go in the sandwich.
Oh, you stack it up like that.
Stack it up. I'll have cheese Watsits in
man.
that cheese goo me. But now I'm back eating meat. I hope my child's mom doesn't see this because my daughter's vegan.
Right.
So I don't eat no meat around her, but I've been
Nice,
eating
okay.
meat for the past few months, and if I have a meat meal deal, I had one for ages, but I would get probably sometimes you get one with stuffing in.
Oh,
You might
yeah.
get a chicken, and stuffing. Fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fire. But yeah, naked juice. sometimes I get the coconut water though. Actually,
Coconut water is
Sometimes
also.
I do the
I love a
coconut water.
coconut water, man. I've got one in the car.
I'm looking at the prices. Me, I want to see like, so that sandwich is £2 something. That naked juice is £2 something.
Gotta get him in.
Yeah.
Gotta get him in.
Yeah, on what side? What's the most expensive side? The protein bar.
Yeah, man.
I've seen them recently as well.
They've really upped the sides game recently, and you can add like a Costa coffee to it all. The meal deals are a big thing in 2026.
You gotta have a club card though, ain't you, these days?
Oh, you gotta have a club card. You gotta have all the cards. Co-op do one as well, where you get 50p off if you have their card. Give them all your details. But what does my 50p get? I'll get mined by the government. You see.
I don't know if I have meal deals outside of Tesco.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you know the original meal deal was M&S?
For real?
Yeah, that's where it came from. 1980s. Andy knows that, don't you?
Yeah,
Love it.
Google it. But yeah, Tesco a lot, innit?
Yeah, Tesco meal deals for me, I
Says
think. Yeah, I'm up there with Tesco for sure. Mate, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a genuine pleasure to hear like a bit about you.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
like we've like scratched the surface, but like also there's probably shitloads we didn't cover.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's,
yeah.
like people that know you well will be like, why didn't you talk about that? You didn't even talk about that. But
No, it's been cool.
mate, thank you so much for coming down. I appreciate it. And tell people where they can find you and like catch up with you, and if you have anything forthcoming that they might want to know about, wink wink, where will they be able to find that information?
Well, I'm on all socials as Matic Mouth.
Yeah.
If you're on my Matic Mouth Instagram page, you will see in the bio profile section my art page, my actor page.
Yeah.
And just talk to me about
Yeah.
art or music or something, man. Like I'm not bothered about people. I don't really promote my music anymore. I
Yeah.
like the dialogue.
Yeah.
Show me something.
Mm-hmm.
Send me something you think I might like.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, just keep an eye out. There'll be some new music soon, very soon.
And if they see you in the street, it's Mrs. Smith's son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miss.
Sorry, Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Sorry, Miss Smith's son.
Miss Smith's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, cool.
Yeah. Legend. Thanks, man.
Thank you,
Big
sir.
love. See you again soon.
Yeah, man.